Hello, it's Saturday about lunchtime. The wife and kids are out. I've got a hangover, I've just got up, but the weather's quite nice and I want to see if I can go and get some photos of the Sakura and hopefully some little birds flying. So anyway, the place I'm going is somewhere over there, so let's go. So first stop, convenience store, got my hangover cure, Pocari Sweat. This stuff's amazing. Iced coffee. With this, will be grand. So this is the first time I've come to this park this year, and I thought I was coming too late, and there isn't much bloom. So this is a Saturday. Usually this place would be very busy. Japanese people always come out to look at the Sakura. But I don't mind that it's not totally loads of flowers, because I like to isolate. As you know, I always about my backgrounds. So if you've got less flowers, you can kind of target where you want to go. So I'm thinking about the background and then picking a flower and going from there. So there's no white eyes at the moment, but we've got these beautiful red butterflies. I think they're called, I don't know, common red thingies or something. Anyway, they're stunning. So I'm trying to get a shot of one of those with the Sakura, and that makes a lovely image. I've taken the teleconverter off. I'm just with the 300mm. This lens, as I've said before, is perfect for this kind of photography, absolutely perfect. I'm at 1,600th of a second. I'm getting a low ISO because it's sunny. Now, I don't want bright sun, but every now and again it goes behind the clouds, and that gives me a softer light. So I'm 1,600 a second, wide open. I'm 20 frames a second, silent sequential, and I'm that cross thingy on the focus, just CAF. I'm not doing pro capture yet, I might do later. So I'm just trying to, I pick my flower and I'm just hoping that the butterfly will go in onto the flower that I want, which has the background I want. I pick the background first and then I work backwards. So I just wait for the butterfly to go to where I want it. Now it's up in the air. It's a messy background with lots of trees and blue sky. I don't want that, so I just let it fly around, but I know where I want it to go. So I almost pick the background first and then work back from there. But they are stunning butterflies. They really are gorgeous. I'm not sure if they're just in Okinawa. I don't know. I'll research, but yeah, hopefully I'll get some shots. But as I said, it's now a bit too bright, so I just want that to go behind the few clouds that there are, and that softens the light. And I want this lovely green in the background, in the distant background, as my background. So he's spending a lot of time over in this part of the tree, which is great, but lots of cluttered backgrounds. And to me, that's just not a shot. Just watch. There's no picture over there. When I started, you saw the subject, you just take a picture. Now I've got more experienced. I've seen a lot of forums recently about people discussing the OM1 autofocus and how it sometimes doesn't pick up birds behind branches. Well, I say to that is, that's not a picture. If it's behind a branch, leave it. It doesn't matter. Wait for it to come out. Now, I know if it's a rarity, you've never seen it before, you've got to get that shot, then I get it. But I'm not interested in taking pictures of animals that are obstructed. Of course, sometimes I want to get a nice foreground, nice background to make an arty kind of picture. But usually I wait until it's where I want to be. And there's a couple of these butterflies. Oh, here he is, right in front of me. They're so beautiful. Yeah, I mean, they're so stunning. Wow. Oh, right, he's now in the place that I want to get shots from. So there's a flower next to where he is now. Yeah, he's in front of twigs, so it's no shot. It's no shot. I want him to come. And I know some people say, well, I like environment shots. Well, that's great. That's not what I'm going for today. I want to highlight this beautiful butterfly, and by doing that, I need a clear background. So that's what we're doing. I did do a video about this kind of photography, specifically the Japanese white eyes, a year ago at this location, but no one watched it. I'll put a link up there if you want to see. I think it was a bit too arty-farty, so no one watched it. But anyway, in there I go into settings and more detail. Today we're just having fun, see what we can get. Amazing, on a Saturday, nobody here. It's because I think it's a bit of a meager bloom. There's some more over there. There's many more flowers in the trees over there, but again, I'm not really feeling the background over there. Although there are some sort of yellowish reeds in the background, that might make something interesting. But let's see what we can get here, and then we'll maybe move on. So I'm holding the camera up above my head because the background I want to get is not eye level with me. So if I just shoot straight, I'm getting the sky. I need to be up here shooting down because the reeds are a bit lower, because I'm lower than the reeds here. So doing this looks ridiculous, and it's much more difficult to get in focus, but I'm using the screen because that's the background I want. There's this lovely yellow color behind there. If I just shoot from eye level, I can't get it. Another great reason using the Olympus, my OM1 and my 300mm, is it's so light that I can just hold it up and do this. Yeah, it's more difficult to get shots in focus, but a couple that I have got, the background is so much nicer than me shooting from here. So you just got to do what you've got to do to get the correct shot. It's kind of windy today. And I haven't seen any Japanese white eyes at all, which is very unusual. They're usually always feeding on Sakura. So it's a waiting game because this butterfly won't go where I want him to go. So we'll just keep plugging away. Right, so back in the car, I've just been walking up and down, up and down, up and down. Very few animals about, really, just a few of those butterflies, but it's got really windy and the sun didn't go behind the clouds, so the conditions weren't great. But I think it hasn't bloomed yet, but I'll definitely be back over the next week or two. I don't think I got anything today. I took quite a few shots, but I'm quite competitive with myself, so I do this every year when they bloom. And when I'm in the field, when I get a really good shot, I kind of know, and I check the back of the camera, and I didn't get that feeling today. And basically, if it's not better or as good as shots I've taken of the Sakura before, then they get binned. But I'm competitive, so I will come back over the next week or two after work, probably when the sunlight's a bit better, and try or endeavor to get a shot that I'm really, really happy with. So I took a few last year that I was really, really happy with. This setup is perfect for this. There is definitely, in terms of bird photography, there's lots of other setups that I'd like to try one day that I'm sure are as good, if not better. I'd love a big sensor to see what real detail at 46 megapixels look like. But for this kind of thing, this is just perfect. It's so light, I just walk around with it like that. I don't even have a strap. I know people say be careful, it might fall off, but it hasn't happened, so it's so lightweight, I can just keep walking up and down. It doesn't bother me. For this kind of photography, it's perfect. So yeah, I will probably put this video out though, rather than waiting till I get some more shots, because that will take time. And I think I will put this video out though soon, because I also want to show that not every trip is successful, and you take a lot of trips and you don't get anything. But when you do get something, and it might be on the third or fourth time of trying, it makes it that much more worthwhile, and you know that you've really worked hard for it. So I think I put this out just to show that, yep, I often go out and take photos and get nothing.